The Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, November 5th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as always, we start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a chart forward to our viewers unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment. So as you can see from this 2-year weekly chart, we've been keeping an eye on this blue channel that the Russell traded in through much of 2014 and then had the breakout. And then, as we are all well aware, the ugly price action through August and September that took us right down to the bottom of the blue band. And it was defended, and then we're right back up into this area. Last week, as you can see from the blue line on this weekly chart, price was kind of neutral. We drew this trend line in saying if the Russell wants to catch up with the other major indexes, the Dow and the S&P, NASDAQ, they all look strong. It was probably going to have to bounce off that trend line, which it did. And this is the candle so far for this week. So fairly bullish, but we are coming up to that upper band area. And just as a reminder, let's go and take a look at the S&P coming into that area of prior resistance, right? It failed at this area and sold off. So this is now resistance coming into that area. So want to be extra cautious as per the Dow, same thing. On the encouraging side, the NASDAQ went through that area pretty handily. So far, the big guys, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Facebook last night have all beat, which seems to be pulling the NASDAQ up. Will the NASDAQ be enough to pull the other indexes like the Russell through? Who knows? Keeping an open mind. Also, we looked at consumer discretionary, which I keep hearing about. I try to listen to the news as much as I can, and those that say we'll go through this area turn to this consumer discretionary area and say that if it's strong, we should be able to go through. I don't know. I'm just keeping an open mind. But I will not be putting any new Chart of the Day Cafe value growth picks forward until we're up and over on this weekly chart, this blue band. So I'm just going to be extra careful here, and we'll wait and see. I'm going to move it away from the 2-year weekly to the 9-month daily so you can really see the price action. There's that trend line that we drew last week, haven't touched it. Note the volume that came in on this bar, I think is worth noting, and then it came right back in to test the trend line again, and then it had another thrust up. Technically, on a daily chart, we are over the blue band, but we want to see some follow through. The next couple of days, it's Thursday morning, it's about 7:15, the futures are up. There's a lot of news coming out in the next couple of days. Some Fed guys are speaking today. There's a number of them. Tomorrow it is the payroll report, Friday's payroll report. A lot of things that could derail stuff. So you might want to be extra careful, but the futures are up this morning. On the plus side, the Bank of England decided to keep rates unchanged at under 0.5%, so that is stimulative. Who knows? I'm not an economist. I just watch the charts and I just listen to what price is doing. So with that, we will not be putting any new charts forward. As an update to our Chart of the Day Cafe model portfolio, it is currently up 5.62%. This was started on September 8th. 5 dollar-weighted, equally weighted positions that are diversified. We are fully loaded now, so we are anticipating an uptick on this. So hopefully we'll get some follow-through in the next couple of days, and our picks will do well. As a reminder of the ones that we are holding, Scott's Miracle-Gro is. I'm going to pull it into a smaller time frame. Pardon me on that. Scott's Miracle-Gro, which we added to our portfolio here, is doing well. Pick number 1. GM we added the other day on this candle, so we want to see some follow through on GM. Calmine was the one that we mentioned on our Tuesday video, saying that if it was Tuesday this day, if we got follow through, we would add it to the portfolio. We got that follow through on Wednesday, so it was added on Wednesday. So far so good, but we want to see some lift off of this area. Skyworks Solutions, which we put in over here, but then it hit my stop. It was sold out, but added back in on this day here. You can see my little orange line, and so far so good on Skyworks. And the last one is Dominion Diamond, which again we had added here, but then it went through my stop, so it got deleted and then put back in on this candle here with the orange line. So hopefully we'll get some follow through on this one. These are nice dividend payers, and as always, it's all about value and growth for me. The value scores on these are really nice. Not making any recommendations whatsoever. It's all just for the fun of it, paper money portfolio, but we're tracking it in real time to see how we do. Should the markets look strong today, a past chart of the day cafe pick that I think looks interesting is Gilead Sciences. Check the value score on this, and it's got a very high value score. It's currently trading at about $108, but it's worth $216. I love Gilead, great company. I think it probably will break through this area. Again, it's all about the blue line. We want to make sure that we have a nice bullish candle and price piercing through the candle, the blue line, which is the 8-day EMA. So I would be keeping an eye on Gilead for a lift up and over this area should the market stay strong in the next couple of days. So with that, I will leave you. We will put a video out next Tuesday, and I hope everyone has a nice weekend. Thanks, guys.